Hey guys, my name is Jasmine and today we're going to be making monsters. Before we get started, I'm going to tell you what you need. You need at least 2 pieces of paper. I have 2 here. A Sharpie, doesn't matter what kind, it could be like a thick Sharpie or a thinner Sharpie. A drawing pencil, which is also a graphite pencil. An eraser, colored pencils, and crayons. So to make our monster, we're going to make it a little bit more personal and we're going to use our birthday. Or maybe your mom's birthday, your dad's birthday, your grandparents' birthday, whoever you would like to use. We're going to use their birthday. So, as you may know, there are 12 months in the year. So, for instance, October, which is my birthday, is the 10th month. So, I'm going to write that down. And then my birthday is on the 21st. So, I'm going to write that down as well. If your birthday is in March, for instance, I'm going to circle this for mine. If your birthday is in March, for instance, that is the 3rd month, and let's say your birthday is on the 5th day, and that is your numbers. So you have a 3 and a 5 if that is your birthday. I personally have a 10 and a 21, and then say your birthday is April, which is 4/12. Those are your 2 numbers. So as you may notice, my birthday has 4 numbers. This second birthday has 2. And this last one here has 3. So if you have done your birthday, if you have your numbers, then if for instance your birthday is the one that has two numbers in it, you're gonna have a monster that has a textured kind of head. So when we're making our monsters, our outline here, which I will do in a second, we're going to be making basically just like a headshot of our monster. If you would like to make one later that has like limbs and stuff, other extras, you can, but for now we're just going to be focusing on the head part of it. And if your birthday has 4 numbers like mine, or 3, then you're going to be making a smooth monster head. It's going to be like the top of an egg, maybe, if you could think of it that way. And otherwise, our numbers, I'm going to keep using my numbers, a 10 and a 2 and a 1. So these are my numbers. Our features that we're going to be thinking about here are eyes and mouth. You can either have multiple mouths, or you could show your monster's teeth, or you could do both. So I'm going to say slash teeth here. And then I'm going to assign my numbers. And if you want to have like headgear, like maybe your monster has horns, you can do that too, which that's actually going to be my 3rd one, since I have multiple numbers. If you have a 10, like I do, you could either take the 1, or you could take the 0, or you could keep it all together. I'm going to keep mine together, and I'm going to split my 2 and my 1. So let's see. I have 10 eyes, 2 mouths, 1 horn. You can mix these up if you want, or you could do just something completely unique that is all yours. But this is my challenge. This is what I'm going to do. You can join along with me if you like. So I'm going to go along to my actual working paper here. And since I have 4 numbers, that says that I have a smooth-topped monster. So there is the top of my monster's head. I said I have 10 eyes. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then for my mouth, I have 2 mouths. So I'm going to make 2 mouths just like that. And then I have 1 horn. And you can make your horn striped, maybe like a unicorn horn. This is all going to be colored. Just do the details of my eyes. These are the pupils of my eyes, irises, and then my mouth. These are my teeth for my monster. And also, when you're thinking about your monster, also think about texture, because it's all looking very flat right now. Maybe you don't have a lot of details happening. Mine is looking pretty dull. I have my main features. But thinking about texture, which I'm going to do with my coloring utensils here, You can make your monster whatever color you would like to make your monster. I'm gonna do my texture with warm colors, which are red, orange, and yellow. So when I'm thinking about texture, like for instance with between our smooth texture here, our monster here has a smooth top, and then if you have 2 numbers for your birthday, you're gonna have more of like a furry kind of situation. So it looks like it has hair. But for this, you're gonna think about texture, and I'm gonna color as if it is fuzzy and furry. And texture means basically how it looks and how it feels. You can kind of imagine how it feels by looking at it, or if you think of a soft surface like a blanket, that is a texture, that is a soft texture. I'm going to do this with all of my warm colors. Another way of doing your numbers, if you don't want to do your birthday, or maybe your birthday you're not a fan of what it comes out to be, another way of doing your numbers, you can make cards with numbers on it, and you can randomly pull your cards for your eyes, your mouth / teeth, and if your monster has horns or not. You can make your own number cards for that. Another way of doing your numbers is by rolling dice, if you have dice on hand by chance. Or you can just go around to your family members and ask them for numbers and make that your challenge. Otherwise, I think using your birthday makes it a little bit more personal, a little bit more fun, and maybe your monster becomes something that you kind of return to. Maybe it is a character that you kind of make and recreate. You can make outfits for it. You can make it like go do fun activities. You can draw it in an actual environment later on. This is your creation. You can also think about it in terms of concept art, which concept art is basically like a sketch of a character, of a concept, of an idea, before it goes into like a final product kind of stage. So like maybe if you think of a comic or a movie, like an animated movie, concept art for that would be the characters doing different things, their emotions, super like basic, kind of just like a sketch. It's very much the beginnings of something with where it goes like finalized and turns into like this really big cool thing. That is basically concept art, which I think concept art is really cool because it does show you the beginnings of something and lets you kind of see that process. The process is fun. Finishing up my fuzzy texture, and you didn't have to do the fuzzy texture if you want. If you wanted to keep it flat, you could keep it flat. That would mean that your monster is very smooth. Or you could do like curly fur. You do whatever you want for your texture, and just ask that you recognize your texture and you try and mimic the texture with your monster fur or lack of fur. Get some more scribbles in here. Kind of show that texture a little bit more. Gonna move on to the eyes, which I think I'm gonna do my eyes a couple different colors. So I have blue, I have pink, I have do the mouth pink. And going back to the idea of concept art and what it kind of is, if you wanted to draw your monster several times, kind of showing different emotions, like right here, my monster looks happy. In concept art, I would have one that's happy, one that's angry, one that's sad, one that's like worried, several different emotions to show how this character would be in different situations. So there's my mouth. I'm gonna do the eyes. I have green. I have blue. And I have brown. The horn of my monster kind of looks like ice cream. That's another idea that you can run with if you want to have like extra kind of additional things to your creature, to your monster. You can do things like that, where it's kind of nonsensical, kind of doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's what you create, so that's what really matters. I'm going to do the top of my monster, my horn ice cream situation. I'm going to do it in a pattern of red and yellow, which maybe that's like a ketchup mustard kind of thing. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Maybe it's a ketchup mustard monster. I don't know. Here's my red. There's my yellow. Now that I'm also looking at my monster, I kind of want to add eyelashes to some of the eyes, so I'm going to do that. I don't want all of them though. There we go. There is my monster. I made this for my birthday, 10, which is October, and 21, which is actual day, which has 4 numbers, and just like I explained before, kind of using those numbers to generate your monster and how many features of one thing it has and the shape of its head and the texture, which is how it looks or how it feels. So like soft is a texture, or like fuzzy is a texture, and that is the texture of my monster. We also talked about concept art, which is kind of like the beginning of a final product. So showing like different sketches of emotion of a certain character. That is a key thing of concept art. That is the main thing of concept art. And I hope you guys make more of these. You can really personalize this, make it however you want. You can zoom it out and make like a full body monster if you want. And I hope you guys do just that and make more. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.